I'm taking the Securities Industry Essentials practice exam on past masters. Let's see how I do. Which of the following best description of repo agreements? I would say of these answers, A, form of short-term borrowing for dealers in government securities. Which of the following investments offers the investor the ability to put the security back to a financial intermediary as well as a stated maturity date? Of these answers, I think variable rate demand note. Mitch purchased $50K worth of stock in Company Alpha. What's the most he can lose? $50,000. The formula for client's net worth is assets minus liabilities. Of the following statements, all are correct regarding ETFs except A does not sound correct. B, C, and D all sound correct, so I'm going to go with choice A. Hedge funds do all the following except determine their share price minimum once every business day. They don't do that. Invest in risky investments. They do that. Pay the manager annual fee plus a percentage of profits. That's true. Require investors to maintain their investment for a minimum length of time. That's true. So I'm going with A. Exchange traded notes are equity securities, no. Illiquid, no. Shares of equity, no. Senior notes that trade in the secondary market, yes. All the following are true regarding variable life except that it has a guaranteed minimum cash value. That's not true. It has a variable rate of return. That is true. It has a guaranteed minimum death benefit that can increase. Yeah, based on the face value of the policy. Must be sold with a prospectus. That's true. So I'm going with choice alpha. Which of the following types is qualified? 401k is qualified. Deferred comp, non-qualified. Key-off and IRA are qualified. So I'm going with choice Bravo. Regarding contributions into an HSA, which is incorrect? Money in HSA remains the property of the employee even if they switch employers. That's true. Any amount contributed by a person's employer does not impact their remaining. That sounds false. The money contributed is tax deductible. That's true. Family contribution limit is higher than individual limit. That is also true. So I'm going with choice Bravo. Most common types of dividends is paid in cash. Most important yield on the callable bond. I'm going to go with the yield to worst because it's the lowest of the yield to maturity, the yield to all possible call dates, the yield to all possible put dates, the nominal yield, and the current yield. So since it's all-encompassing, I'm going with choice Bravo. Stock was purchased for $100, paid $3 in dividends, and had $9 in appreciation over the past year. Inflation was 3.5%. What was the stock's real return? So it earned 12% because it had the 3% from dividends plus 9% from appreciation. Then subtract the inflation to get the real rate. So 12 minus 3.5 should be 8.5. And it looks like that's a choice alpha. So I'm going to go with that. When a written complaint is received, what should you do? Complain, no. Toss in the trash, no. Notify FINRA immediately, no. Let the department know so that they can document it, yes. The SIBO will conduct fingerprint-based background checks on which of the following? 4 questions in one. Directors, yes. Employees, yes. Officers, yes. Personnel, contractors, yes. So I'm going with choice alpha since it's the only one that has all 4. Bill is a Berkshire Hathaway shareholder who has attended the meeting for the past 5 years. Due to the pandemic, he has decided not to attend the year's meeting, signs a proxy, At the very last minute, Bill decides to wear a mask and attend in person, which is true. Bill and his proxy can vote? No. Bill must find the proxy and withdraw his authorization? No. The proxy cannot vote for Bill since he's attending. That is true. Bill has lost the right to vote. No, because he's still the shareholder. So, answer is choice C. Maximum prison sentence for insider trading is 20 years. I believe that's what Ivan Boesky got back in the 80s. He got a 20-year sentence. So I think the answer is choice C, as in Charlie. Investor buys a stock of 50 and sells a call on the stock for 8. His break-even point would be... Okay, so this is just cash inflows and outflows. There's a $50 outflow from buying the stock. There's an $8 inflow from selling the call. So the net cost to enter into this position is $42. That means he needs to sell the stock at $42 to break even. Since $42 went out, $42 has to come back in to break even. Family member may hold customer mail longer than 3 months. Valid reasons include all the following except convenience, I believe, is the correct answer. Choice alpha. Okay, got it right. JT inherits stock from his aunt. Cost basis would be which of the following? Annette's original cost basis plus dividends over the life of the investment. No, that's wrong. Step down to $10 a share? No. Fair market value of Annette's date of death? That sounds right. Original cost basis? No. When trading currencies, which of the following factors used to determine how much counter currency, also called local currency, customer will receive? The spot rate. So is that a choice? It is. Choice delta. Which of the following types is systematic risk? Legislative, credit, inflationary, business. I'm going to go with inflationary. Which type of annuity generally has the longest surrender charge? Life income, variable, indexed, or fixed? The indexed annuity usually has the longest surrender charge, also called a contingent deferred sales charge. Choice Charlie was correct. Concept market momentum. S&P rises 200 points between Tuesday and Wednesday. The S&P is most likely... Well, under the momentum, it's most likely to continue to go up. So the only one that really says that, I think, is choice Bravo. So I'm going to go with that. Client says how mutual fund shares receives price minus commission. She sold what type of shares? Sector fund, we don't necessarily know. Close-end or open-ended. So when you have two answers that contrast each other, one of them's probably right. And then diversified shares, we don't know. So since mutual funds are a close-ended product, I'm going to go with choice alpha. Looks like I got it right. Which of the following be allowed or under regulation security privacy? Requiring the client to pay a fee to opt out? No. Requiring the client to write a letter? No. Sharing clients' NPI with non-affiliated third party? Yeah, that sounds right. Sharing the client's choice delta sounds wrong. I'm going to go with choice Charlie. In order for a registered rep to be given authority for a client's account, I think it's choice Bravo. Okay. Part of customers, brokerage, CIP, all the following must be collected. Except name, yes. Date of birth, yes. Social security, yes. Education level, no. They'll never ask for that, so that's the correct one here. All the following are true regarding securities markets, except Bravo is definitely not true. Primary market is new shares. Secondary market is selling to existing shareholders, so that has to be it. Yep. When can a registered rep share in a customer's account? FINRA doesn't have to approve. always, never are wrong. So it has to be this, right? And it is. Block order involves how many shares? 10,000. Is that a choice here? Yep, choice C, 10,000. All the following are forms of market manipulation, except A is not market manipulation. The other three are, so I'm going to go with A. Leonard is customer broker-dealer. He is on the federal do not call list. Ayla works for the dealer. Leonard requests to not be on it. Which of the following is true? Broker-dealer must not call Leonard. That's right. Under Rule 503 of the Securities Act, when is an issuer required to file notice of sales? No later than 15 days after the first sale. Is that a choice here? It looks like it is. Choice Delta. When opening up a brokerage account for a retail customer, Form CRS must be given before the thing even opens. Is that a choice? Yeah, choice Charlie. Which of the following Federal Reserve actions is the most likely to invert the yield curve? Anytime they boost short-term rates. So let's see. Tightening short-term credit. That's the closest. All right, let's see what I scored. 36 out of 36 correct for a 100% score.